Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Kings Connected. My name is Dylan Baker. In our last episode, we had a chance to sit down and chat with Damon Kindry, a 2006 born defenseman who is signed with the Camoka Kings for this upcoming season. Damon is a very talented two-sport athlete who understands the mental side of what it takes to be successful in the current hockey landscape. Today, we'll talk to another very interesting player as Kyle Dolmage joins the show. Kyle is a 2005 born defenseman who spent the last couple of seasons with the Kincardine Bulldogs. We're really looking forward to talking to him today. Kyle, thank you so much for doing this. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, no, I'm keen to get started.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you in Kings uniform. Happy to have you on. So let's dive right into things, Kyle. Why did you make the decision to sign in Kamoka for next year?
Um, Playing in Kamoka, Junior B has always been a dream of mine since I started in Kincardine. I started 2 years ago with them, and I always wanted to make the jump to Junior B. One of my buddies, Harrison Mulenstein, did it last year, and I wanted to follow in his footsteps. And I know Justin Skirton, who is the captain for the Kings, and he's a pretty good buddy of mine. So we got in touch over the summer, and I ended up going out to camp and ended up making the team. It was pretty good. And I'm also going to school down in London, so it just made sense. It's 20 minutes from my residence, and getting to play Junior B, it was kind of a no-brainer for me to be in a Kings uniform this season.
Well, glad everything worked out to see you in Kamoka next year. So you mentioned Kincardine there. Let's talk about it a little bit. What memories can you take away from your time with the Bulldogs?
Just meeting all the guys. Playing minor hockey growing up. There, you play with a lot of the same guys a lot of the time, and it was kind of weird. You go to a new team, you don't really know anybody, but just all the memories that you make, and it's great. You meet all the boys, have a lot of good times, and it's honestly probably the most memorable couple of years of hockey that I've ever played, and I've had the most fun there, and they've been great to me. Warren's the GM, and he's always been great. He's known me since I was young, so he wanted me there, and yep, it was a good 2 years.
Happy to hear you have such positive memories from your time in Kincardine. Last year, your point production was more than tripled, I believe, from your points the season prior. 3 goals, 22 assists for 25 points. Why do you think you were able to take such a huge step forward offensively?
To be honest, it was just opportunity wise. My first year in Kincardine, you come in as a rookie, and I wasn't really sure what to expect at junior C. We had a really old blue line. I think we had 3 overagers on our blue line, and it was great to learn from them, but some of the opportunity wasn't there a little bit. And my second year, I was able to grab a bit bigger of a role and grab some more minutes, especially on the power play. I was able to slot onto the first and second power play a little bit last year. So it was good. I just got an opportunity. I got the coaches to trust me a little more in those crunch situations, and I was able to pull through. I was just kind of given a little bit more leeway, and I think that's probably what contributed to it the most.
Well, it's clear to see that you flourish in that new opportunity, so that's great to see. Now, what have you been doing this offseason in order to get ready for next year?
There's a lot of different things. I'm a big gym guy. I go to the gym, 4 maybe 5 times a week. I have a buddy that I go with. We usually just go right after work, and I've also been staying on the ice a little bit. I'm pretty close to Goddard here, if many people know where that is. They have a YMCA and they keep the ice in all year. And so usually on Saturdays and Sundays, there's open ice pretty much like all afternoon, and we'll go out and rip some pucks and have a good time, just to kind of keep the rust off and get ready for the upcoming season. So it's good.
Nice to have some access to some ice throughout the summer to keep yourself in good hockey shape for this upcoming year. Now, Kyle, is there a player that you really enjoy watching play or that you model your game after?
Um, there's always the big guys. People go in the NHL, and there's Kale McCarr and Victor Hedman. But one person I always thought of was Alex Petrangelo, and Quinn Hughes. I'm not a very big guy, but he's a good skater, and that's kind of probably my strong suit that I would say. And so I like watching him a little bit. And then honestly, last year my defense partner Jordan Moulton, many people will know him. He won the Cherry Cup with Stratford the year before, and he taught me a lot. That was also another thing that contributed to the point production. I think he was great giving me tips on just being a pressure player and what to look for on the ice and how to think a little bit better. And so I try and model my game after him, and then all those big other guys. So I think that would probably be my top three. Was what I would say.
Interesting to hear you mention Jordan there because I always ask that question to everybody we interview, and the answer is always an NHL guy. So pretty cool that you're able to take some inspiration from one of your teammates. Now, next year you'll be under Kings head coach Ruben Ender. What do you hope he and his staff can add to your game?
I'm hoping they can. I'm hoping they can keep contributing to the offensive side of things. I've always kind of been a bit of a defensive defenseman, and then in the past couple of years in midget, I started just getting a little bit more confident with the puck on my stick, and then especially in junior, that helped a lot. Our head coach last year, Jeff Alkenbrack, he played some pro hockey and he knows a ton about hockey. And then especially Sean Kruger was our defense coach last year, and he played in the OHL. So I think they really helped me model my offensive game and look for stuff. And so I'm hoping that Coach Roon and them can just keep it going, and we can maybe get some more points on the board and then a couple more wins this season.
Well, Ruben's obviously got lots of experience as well, former NHL defenseman, so certainly going to be an asset for your game next year. What are you most looking forward to about heading into Kamoka?
Honestly, the most I'm just looking forward to is playing Junior B. I've obviously always wanted to play, and I'm a big hockey guy. So, and then also just meeting all the boys. It's fun to just meet everybody and make those new connections and those new memories. So that'll probably be the biggest thing that I'm looking for. And yeah, just playing at a higher level and meeting a lot of new people should be fun.
It's going to be a good time. We're looking forward to it. Last question for you before I let you go. If there's one thing that you want Kings fans to know about Kyle Dolmage, what is it?
I just want them to know that I'm an exciting player. I try to dabble on the offensive side a little bit, and also I don't shy away from any kind of physicality. And I like to get my big hits in here and there, so they should be looking out for that too.
Well, Kyle, thanks so much. We can't wait to see you out there on the ice.
No problem. Thanks so much, Dylan.
Once again, that was Kyle Dolmage, a 2005 born defenseman who was signed with the Kamoka Kings for the upcoming season. A huge thank you to Kyle one more time for joining the show today. He's a really energetic and excited guy about joining the Kamoka Kings for the 2024-2025 season. He has said he's always prioritized defense, but he's added an offensive aspect to his game over the past number of years, and he looks to continue building off of that as he joins the Kamoka Kings this season. We're really looking forward to seeing him out there on the ice in a Kamoka Kings uniform. That'll do it for this episode of Kings Connected. We'll be back very soon with another great guest.